11 months ago, I made a video about decluttering, how important I felt it was that I learn or I start to detach from these things I was holding on to. I did that video from this room, and I'm here to report 11 months later, the boxes are still here. Yeah, 11 months ago, I was talking about the importance of learning of making a decision to let go these things that, you know, emotionally I'm attached to start letting go of things, the importance of not leaving all this for my kids to deal with. And then I just didn't do it or haven't done it until now. I want to share with you the plan actually started the other day and what I'm doing and how I'm moving forward with something I'm kind of excited about. So, I mean, I thought about it a lot, but thinking about it and actually doing something about it, two really different things. A lot of things that are in this house are things from my parents. Some of it I've collected over these vast number of years. And every time I pick something up to decide what I should let go, I'd put it back down. I'd put it back in the box because it felt like losing something more than just an object. There was an emotional attachment to these things. So these boxes and these things have just stayed unpacked or packed, maybe should be a better word, just sitting here. So something changed recently. I found a platform that got me excited about dealing with the stuff in terms of making an effort to selling it, kind of like the old fashioned garage sale, before I just donate it or throw it out or see if anyone like my family wants any of this for the family treasures. I didn't, I've grown, I never had much luck with Facebook Marketplace. Um, I definitely don't, you don't want to do Craigslist these days. OfferUp, I've used somewhat successfully in the past, but I just didn't want to deal with, and even having a garage sale. I really can't have it where I live. It's getting really hot in Phoenix. What am I going to do, right? So I found this platform. It's like having an online garage sale. It's called What's Not. And if you're older, you may not have heard about it. I've been hearing about it for a couple years, and I thought, I'm not. It's an online auction. It's like having a garage sale, and the difference is it's immediate. So you put your stuff up, you go live, people come in, and they bid on your stuff. Without going into all the details, it's really slick and it's really well put together and it's really popular. I've mentioned before that I had been planning and studying and I even opened an account to use eBay or Etsy to do a decluttering exercise, right? And in all of that research and planning, I started seeing things that just didn't look good to me. The returns, the length of time it took um, to sell these things. It could take months. It could take over a year. Um, and there was a lot of things going on, especially with spammers and people that would order things and then cancel. And it just sounded like a nightmare. And so I waited until now. What I found and what I'm going forward with is Whatnot. As I've mentioned, this Whatnot is a live auction platform. It's different. I'm not looking to try to do top dollar. I'm looking at like having a garage sale where you're getting rid of things and people are, and maybe bringing in a little bit of income. Matter of fact, a lot of people have had successes where they brought in a lot of income. But you don't have to deal with your neighbors and people you don't know showing up at your house. Now, I'm not doing this alone. My brother's going to be jumping in here with me and helping me. Now, he's the funniest guy in the family. So what this live auction format is like is this is an actual show. I'm going to invite you to just watch it. I'm not asking you to buy my junk. Although Well, you might find something you like, but I'm going to leave that link here. It's also going to be over on the school platform, and I'm going to report back about this whole experience. The bottom line, though, is it is about decluttering, simplifying life, detaching myself from the things in my life and getting that freedom back emotionally, as well as physically. Now, what you see behind me and around here is going to be the setting for the show. I'm going to stack this is just the beginning, this first show, to trial and error it. And it's going to be laid out so when the show's going on, people will see this, what you see kind of now, except it's just thrown over here right now. I'm in the process of categorizing it. Now, my brother came up with the name. We're calling it the Vintage Brothers and the Vintage Bro Show. I already have had some positive feedback on that. That, again, is on Whatnot. So, yeah, it's basically the Vintage Bro Show, two brothers, a bunch of old stuff by a bunch of two old guys, and really absolutely no idea what we're doing, because this platform is something I've had to learn, and I've kind of had to do it in the last week or so, week and a half. It was like cramming for a final. And the show is scheduled actually as of tonight when I'm talking to you in 2 days. But I'm also trying to get this video out beforehand. I actually did a practice rehearsal, it's called, and I followed the instructions, but I actually went live. I went live for 5 minutes. Thank God no one popped on while I was thinking I wasn't live. So there's some new technology here to figure out, some new procedures. It's actually pretty simple, but very easy to make mistakes. And who knows what's going to happen Sunday afternoon. This first auction is going to happen here, like I said, in a day. It's a real learning experience. The first one, we're going to try to keep it fairly short. We have a limited number of items. Actually, around here, I'm going to maybe limit it to about 20 items. The auctions run like 7 to 10 seconds. If they don't sell, we just push it to the next auction, or we donate it. Time will tell. Quick moving. And this first one is really just about figuring out how this whole thing works. And then over the course of the coming weeks or month or so, I'm going to see how it goes. And two things will happen. I'll get better at it. And number two, the crowds will build. The platform is huge, and it's the market is nationwide. The other thing I'm really stressing a little bit about is the shipping, because there's a lot of procedures to follow in making sure not only that you ship things correctly, but that they go to the right people. All this, again, time will tell. There's a story to be told after this. So this first one here happening in 2 days is a pilot episode. Some of you in the school group have said you would attend for us, and that's what I'm asking some people to be there, not to buy again, but to show that there's people in the room. This would entice. This would welcome others to join as well and check it out. There's an active chat that goes on. It's much like doing a live on YouTube in a way. The platform definitely has a community aspect to it, which I really like. And I think that will be kind of cool going forward to see how that develops. So here's my invitation. Number one, if you're not doing anything Sunday, download the app. They actually give you a $25 coupon to play with. You can actually buy my stuff and not have to really pay for it. But just you might find something that's kind of fun, if nothing else. I'm finding a lot of things that I plan to promote is more about gift giving. For example, this is one of the mugs that I have. It's until all the pieces fit. I remember seeing this mug. It was at a Goodwill one day, and I thought, this is the coolest looking mud. This is the coolest looking mug. I had no idea what it was. And then I found out it's from the autism site. It's about autism. And it was originally a fundraiser. And when I looked at the mug, like I said, I just thought, this is so cool. Anyway, these would make great gifts. A lot of the things I think that you could find could be white elephant gifts, or just might be birthday. It's unique stuff, right? I'll be sharing more about what I sell and why maybe people are buying it. But I'm I'm going to position myself as this isn't something you're collecting, but maybe you're buying unique gifts that have a nostalgic feeling to it, that are vintage, for your friends and loved ones and whoever. If you can download the app, it's very simple. Follow along and watch the show, or come back to the channel or over at school where I'll be showing behind the scenes planning, what happened, and what the plan is going forward. I'll also be reporting over there what I sold, how much moolah I made, if it was enough to maybe quit my Home Depot job. Probably not yet. And probably just have a good time with this. Bottom line is, I'm getting rid of the stuff. I've thought about that video I made 11 months ago about decluttering, about letting go. I meant those things. I just wasn't ready. And finally, I think I'm ready now. Hope you're going to continue to watch and see how this all pans out, and see how, and watch us in real time figure it out.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching to the end. And I do want to invite you over to school, where I'm going to share a lot of behind the scene details, or try to, and also take your questions, as you might be wanting and needing to declutter in your life, and maybe learn about, maybe I can help you through what I'm going through, get to that point to make that decision to declutter. If you get a chance, watch the auction. There will be one every week for the next foreseeable future, because I got a lot of stuff to get rid of. Thanks for watching.